I think the biggest challenges that you'll come up against when you are going down this path is like, one, is my playbook good enough? That's a huge challenge, and like you don't know until you've had someone else go through it. Like you don't know, right?
Yeah.
So like you can bring your team in, and if you don't go through that process of having someone else externally look through that shit and make sure that it is being held to a standard and is going to be good enough, right? Like the risk that you run is that you bring a whole lot of team and burn them, and then think that you can't run a team.
Yeah, but that's
Right?
also a personal standard of not expecting to get things right the first one, but also not needing to have it like all worked out. You know what I mean? Because I know like reality is it's half half. Like there's definitely a lot of people that are like, yeah, your playbook, you need to spend more time yourself doing it. But I've also seen a couple of playbooks, like clients that we've worked with, where it's like, damn, like this is really good. Why haven't you hired the person? And they're just so scared.
The challenge there is that they don't have no one's given them permission to yet. Right? Like no one said go and get it right now, right? And that's what like that's another in my opinion a huge obstacle you'll face if you're doing it alone. Right? Like if you're doing it alone, you will face a huge obstacle of like, is it the right time for me to do something, right? Whereas if you have an external point of view looking at you saying, do it, I'll back you, go
Exactly.
and do it.
We'll catch you when you fall, don't worry.
Go and get it done, right?
Yep.
Like one of the biggest challenges that I see in a lot of, like for myself too, right? It's like we're all looking to make sure that we're not going to make the wrong decision. And I think that many people don't build that team or don't like hold their team accountable because they're scared of, one, the team fucking off, or two, making a wrong decision with team are going to go broke and dead. And I know that one of the biggest fears I have is like homeless, dead. It's never going to happen, right?
Yeah.
But like that's a core thing, right? And it's like I can't imagine I'm the only person that feels like that, right? So there would be a lot of other people out there that are scared of making a decision around, should I do this or should I not? One of the biggest risks that you run is like, how do you know the decisions you're making are the right ones? In many cases, you don't.
In many cases, it's just about making a decision.
How do you know you shouldn't have made this decision to bring someone on fucking 6 months ago?
Yeah. You know what's there's a really cool lesson I learned from Mr. Bezos. He said this, I don't know how I picked it up, but it was just a long time ago. He's like, the best decision-making framework that I've come across with Amazon is to look at decisions like doors. Is it a revolving door where I can make decision and come back? Or is it a one-way door where if I go in this door, I can't come back? And a lot of you guys are looking at simple decisions as a one-way door when you don't realize like not making a decision is fucking you up. Like you just have to make a decision, especially if it's one that you can like come back from. Like for example, if you are looking to like hire a setter or hire somebody and you maybe don't have a lead flow or all the things in place, like you can come back from that decision. Like you can come, like that's not the end of the world, right? Whereas like if you were to put up, like you were to do something for your business that's like a make or break, right? Like that's where you would actually have to seriously consider. And I think a lot of the times, like at the end of it, it's just looking at it, all right, cool. Like I'm not going to waste my time trying to perfect this decision. What's a decision I can make today? And how would I know if it's going well? These are the metrics of success. And how would I know if it's not going well? And then just do it. And then you'll see the outcome and you can change. And
you can't do it alone though. Full stop. I don't give a fuck what you say.
You can't what?
You can't do it alone. You can't do it without that's an insight. No chance. Because you'll never know if you make it.
Well, like you wouldn't even know what the conditions of success are. You won't even know those parameters.
Well, the other part is a huge issue that I see with people doing it alone is if you don't have someone else externally looking in that has examples of other people's businesses that you can be benchmarked against that are relative to the things that you are doing, as opposed to you benchmarking yourself against what you see in other people's marketing as their top of top, when in reality, they're marketing one thing that was the best thing they've ever done, as opposed to all the shitty things that have happened prior to that.